there. The resident of avocado toast. What? And his attorney, Garrett Sart. Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
Before we continue on to talk about this SCP object, I wanted to pause and share with you another supernatural cool game of Hero Wars. It's an online RPG. It offers over 50 awesome heroes, each with unique skills and
it looks like more for use of warming the space within, but as you tumble out and land on the ground, looking around on the inside, you are in kind of a back room that is adjacent to the front kind of marketplace portion of the Emporium. Within this room, I guess stealth check for me. I'm only allowing you a stealth check on this because you rolled a 20 on the athletics.
Sure.
And leave for the night, having finished closed up shop.
I'm sorry. Your door was closed.
Oh my god. Whoever's here, I don't want any trouble.
Moving around in the dark real quick.
Make another stealth check. As you now been noticed, or announced to yourself.
You get advantage? Are you invisible?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay, okay.
I have advantage because of what?
You have advantage because of your boots, when it's a sound-based thing.
Natural 20.
Yes.
Should have held these for later, but fine.
This is bananas.
As you dart off into another corner, Are you intentionally making sound where you're going?
Trying to give little voice pings as I move around. So she'll like.
Which I will say, with a natural 20 and an 8 on top of that, you do as you begin to darting between, and the conversation seems to move sourcelessly, and you watch as Tuyen, holding the mug, is now like visibly shaking in her hand, and she's looking around.
Someone shop should be like their home. You should feel safe.
He's stealing my shtick.
I certainly want to talk this out, whoever you might be. And you watch as she like starts moving over towards kind of this side portion of the main door.
It's important that someone who runs a shop charges fairly for their wares.
I charge what I find to be a fair price, given the work and craftsmanship and the market price of such items. That's how you maintain a business.
That's disappointing to hear.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh my god. It's the 17. Plus 0.
There's a brief beat after your snarl before you hear the sound of shattering clay and water on the wooden floor of the interior. The mug dropped, and both hands kind of up. You can see the wide eyes of Tuyen glancing about in the low light like these two massive spheres of fear as she kind of slowly moves forward. I don't know what I did, what I said, but I will make it up to you. Whoever you are, please don't hurt me.
There was a time years ago where I would have just sat by my lonesome and hated you from afar. But there's a different side of me now, and he wants to.
And you see the fucking werewolf just.
Turns around.
Just grab her and pick her up.
She goes and reaches for the door to try and like get it unlocked as you grab the back. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Oh, I wouldn't want to see him in a Whole Foods.
14.
14. She rolled a 15 acrobatics to try and slip out of your grasp. As you reach out to try and grab, she feels the hand hit the back and just ducks out of the way, abandons the door, and just goes running, like vaulting over one of the shelves that tumbles and shatters a bunch of knickknacks and various things onto the ground. And she is like running on the other side of the room, just like full on trying to get the hell away from you. She's going, ah! Ah!
I love a chase. I'll try and close on her.
You close easily, because one, there isn't a lot of room to get around as she tries to put space between the two of you. Arcing around, you go ahead and get off to the side, and you have a better movement than she does, especially given the fact that she is taken off guard and shaken by your presence. As you kind of cut her off, she sees you and is up against the wall now, like heavy breathing.
Like Alien 3, just drool coming out of the teeth right up in her face. Let this be a warning. Charge fairly for your wares. And I'll slash across her arm.
Oh shit, okay. Are you going for like actual damage or just a...
Damage.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack.
6 hit points.
Oh god, I know.
Back now.
14 to hit. I didn't hit that.
That definitely hits because she's not armored.
Okay.
She's a merchant.
Cool. Claw. And then here with the. That's 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. All right, so just double checking with you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to just scare her with the wound, or are you trying to go all in on this attack?
Are you trying to kill her?
So as you claw past, you run your woven claws through her shoulder, and she screams in pain. There's a spray of blood on the wall and left on your arm, and as she falls to one knee and starts like trying to hobble away from you, she's losing a lot of blood. Like you like went right through the arm, and there is now just like bone exposed through the muscle. she's a merchant.
Uh-huh.
She's alive, but she's definitely like wide-eyed. You see like the sweat beads on the forehead and face, kind of reflecting the little bit of lantern light that's starting to get closer as she begins to make her way towards the counter. I'm sorry. I'll charge fairly idle. I'll charge at a discount. I'll give everyone discounts. I just kind of leans onto the counter and like slow rolls over before hitting the ground. Ah, shit!
I'm going to use my what the fuck? Oh my god, what's it called? Right, I'm gonna use my Crimson Right to have flames come off of my claws.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna sear the slash on her arm where the bone is exposed.
Interesting.
Cauterize it.
Okay, she's fallen over the side and is like getting back up and it's like
damage to me.
As she stands up, turns around at you and goes, "Huh!" And that immediate reaction, you reach forward and grab the arm and begin to hold it, and she goes, "Ah!" Screams in pain as you watch like this dark smoke of the burning skin and flesh begins to cauterize.
Now I'll know how to find you. I go back over to my clothes and I dig in through my stuff. I take the little healer's kit, the one of two that I have.
Yeah.
I toss it to her. I'll be back. And I burst through the front door, just smash it open.
Oh,
Make a strength check.
Okay.
But that will be amazing if it's a 1 and you smash it.
I doubt this is where it comes.
I mean,
7.
So,
damn it!
So, in this intense moment, as you slowly withdraw, she's holding her arms, looking down at the healer's kit, like spilled onto the ground, the bits of like balm and bandages that now open against the low lantern light. You turn and onto the ground, and there's just this awkward pause.
There's like a. Do you have a key?
Reaches back into a pocket and tosses a key ring to you.
Claws.
It's hard with those long nails.
Yeah, get in the way.
And as I break through the door, I'll cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. Which is good, because as soon as you burst through the doors and vanish, you can see there's a crowd of at least 4 or 5 people that are standing kind of on the outside who have been called to attention from the howling and the screaming in pain and the ruckus of battle and fleeing that has been audible to those who are passersby in the street. And as you kind of, the doors burst open, there's maybe a brief glimpse of some sort of monstrous thing in the doorway before it just vanishes into shadow and nothing. And everyone around is going, "What was that? Did you see? Call the wardens! There was an attack!" And people start like kind of going in to check quietly, and you charge off into the night.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, you return with a fairly accomplished strike of vengeance against a shopkeep that did you dirty enough to do that.
I see the soot, but I just kind of like get rid of some of it. It's kind of looks tough.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I do.
All right. You return to the rooms.
Sneak in.
Perfect. All right. Anybody else? Are you taking the rest for the evening?
I'm gonna see if I notice him walking in.
You go for it.
I am sound asleep.
What was it?
This is a 3.
Okay.
About 2 a.m. I'm going to sneak out the back window.
Alrighty. Well, with that, you do all manage to get a full night's rest. You can go ahead and take your long rest in
Okay.
until eventually the sunrise of the morning begins to warm the exterior of the Spire by Fire, your chambers begin to warm as well. Not to that uncomfortable space, but enough to connotate to your biology that it is time to wake. With that, you all gather yourselves, enjoy a breakfast meal before you have the rest of the day at your disposal. What would you like to do?
Real quick, we have this hole. We have a bunch of stuff. Ashley. I mean Fern. Are you shorting out again? Are you capable of keeping track of all of our stuff?
I absolutely am. Of course.
Wait. Hold on. We're giving Fern the bag with. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Are we actually doing this?
We're doing this.
So now you have to keep charge of our inventory?
Yes.
She's not going to give us anything.
I think so. Just Liam thinks it's a wonderful idea.
Yeah. just assume if you give it to her, you never really wanted it in the first place.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's very fair.
It's like a storage
Gonna be
unit.
fun.
All right, so Fern, go ahead and add a portable hole to your inventory on your character sheet.
That's your hole. Don't you want to go in your hole?
Get familiar with it, and whatever you all decide to eventually put within it.
Wait, did you just give Fern like a promotion?
Fern is the most mindful of belongings. She always knows what all of us are carrying on our person at all time.
Brilliant.
Chance he'd try to nab it off us anyway. So.
Brilliant.
I think this is a great idea.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Fern. This is.
Thank you so much. Is everybody in agreement? Just to, I want to be, yes?
Agreement, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I have a question about this portable hole, though. Does it have to be on the ground in order for it to work?
Good question.
What if you fold it in half? Can you reach your arm in?
Let's try.
Okay.
You die.
Just like fold it in
Fold it.
half,
Okay.
So
and
you-
I'm just going to reach my arm in like it's a bag or something.
Right.
Oh,
You
okay.
reach in and it meets cloth. In fact, you get the sense that it acts as just dark silk anytime that it's folded in some way until it's laid out. And when it's laid out, it becomes a large hole.
I'm going to try to throw it on the wall.
Okay.
Let's see.
You throw it on the wall, and as it kind of unravels, it seems to stick to it a little bit until eventually there's a 10-foot dark hole on the wall.
Oh, shit.
There's nothing beyond it. It's just a dark circle.
Cool.
It's like a big circular
Okay.
tablecloth
This is
that just
cool.
goes on.
I'm just gonna roll into it
Yeah.
and see if I can just roll straight in.
You roll straight into it, into a dark, lightless space, and as you kind of enter inside, your wheel kind of goes over and rolls over a couple of the objects that were previously left within the hole when it was procured. But they've all now spilled onto the side.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
So it's like a
And
big
I can
cylinder,
see,
right?
Yeah,
I can see out to them, but they can't see into me.
correct. As you turn around, you can see the hole in the wall and the interior of the chamber where you're all currently, the rest of them are standing.
We could even use this to like spy on people, like a one-way mirror type thing.
I mean, like, how long can you be in something like this before it, like, gets weird with you? I don't know.
Oh, I didn't think
That is
about
a good
that.
question.
Let's
But
see.
like you start to lose oxygen.
Make an Arcana check. Or an intelligence
I
check.
don't know. I find it weird. I wonder how it's going to kill
Yeah,
me.
make an intelligence check on that one if you'd like to, Imogen.
I'm not very smart, but I'll do
Ah.
it.
I think I get advantage on Arcana checks.
Oh, well, I mean,
Then go ahead.
okay.
Terrible.
I
10.
rolled 11.
I don't know. Have to find out.
Okay.
I mean, at the very least, you gather that for an extra-dimensional space like this, there could be a chance that it uses the air from the outside of the hole. It could be a chance that it doesn't, especially if it's picked up. So there's probably a chance that the air within is finite.
I'm gonna cast dancing lights, my little electrical balls, and I'm gonna try to send them through the shut up. I'm gonna try to send them through the portal without me.
Okay.
Sending your balls into
They
the
go,
hole.
Yeah.
and you watch them just kind of get swallowed by the darkness.
Can you see in there?
see them come in and kind of light up the expanse with
Yeah, they work. So spells can cast
That's great. Through it.
and they can hear me if I talk.
No, you guys don't hear anything.
Oh.
Oh, I wonder if it worked.
It's working.
That's a good question. Maybe we should go
in
in.
letters. You can hear us, but we can't hear you. Is that the deal?
No,
Or sound doesn't go
I
either
can hear
way?
them, but they can't hear me, or no one can hear anyone.
I will say.
Define all of the
I
features
will.
of
I will
this.
right now. I do not believe it specifies elements of this, but in my opinion, you're able to see beyond it. And I'll say, yeah, you can hear them.
In the dark, this is legit.
Okay,
This
so this is
legit hiding
this is
spot.
very good for us to know.
How tall is a couple other things? How tall is the hole?
10
give or take?
feet.
It's about 10. It's 10 feet side to side. So
Wow,
it's,
it's fucking huge.
It's a big space.
Can I peek my head through?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna put my whole body in, but oh hi,
Hi.
oh it's light in here. It worked.
Well, I mean, it's a little light because of your lights. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. All right.
Let's go out.
Okay.
But this also means that if we're ever on the water or in the air, we need 10 feet of solid space to access our stuff.
That's true.
So we should just remember that.
Good.
And also,
Good
if we
thinking.
decide to ever hide in here, it's very good to know that a breathing creature can survive for up to 10 minutes, but after that we'll all suffocate and die.
Oh.
So, just good to know.
I'll also say if someone finds the hole, or if it falls, or if it's folded at any point, getting out's going to be complicated. Like not possible. I think that's just like that's
and
a
then
terrible.
We would die because we wouldn't be able to get out.
And so that's die if it's
We would be
closed
found by
up, rolled
whoever.
up. Is that
That
correct?
is that seems to be
Once it
what I'm
folds.
reading here.
Also,
If the
10
hole
minutes.
is folded,
What are you reading?
Okay.
I'm just.
Do you have a little book? Do you have a little book? You match it up?
She gave me a little
Drew saw it
It was like the tag that
pamphlet.
came on.
Yeah, it was the tag. So
And
just
dry.
checking that.
90% polyester.
You do have the identifiability, which I believe you may have used to look into it anyway. So you have this information.
It is if it's folded.
She rolled a really good one.
So we know what. So we got this. All right. So what are we doing today? Where are we going?
Hold on. As long as we're divvying stuff up, and I pull out the horn that we bought.
Where was that?
This was from deep. It was really cool, and I had just enough money to get it, and I thought it'd be good for me. But Chetney, when I was falling asleep last night, I thought, you're our scout, really. Like, you're the one who's always sneaking off. So I think, like, this would be better. This would be more useful for you, because if you're always slipping off, and then the way it works is you can alert us if there's something wrong. So, one of these times when you're out without us, I just think you'll get more use out of it. And I walk up to him and I clap him on the shoulder and give him the sunniest smile.
That's so generous. I feel like I don't stray too far from the pack.
No, you wander off a lot, Chet. I mean, think about at the museum. You were off by yourself for a long time.
sure, and at the ball?
As the
That's
years
true.
as the years go on, you'll probably start wandering off more and more, and sort of losing a sense of where you are and
Does
where.
that happen north of 425 or what? Like
425. Wow.
Age is just a number.
it is. It's how you feel.
Take this and then call. You can call one of us. If you blast this thing, you can choose one of us to hear it, but it'll be silent.
That's amazing. I'll put it to very good use.
Of course you will.
And I can just choose when I'm about to give her a blow who it goes to.
Yeah.
You hush.
When you slip off.
Yes.
That's amazing. Thank you, Orm.
Sure. It's a gift.
Actually, I have something for you because I felt so bad about growling at you the other day, and the.
Well, we're gonna work on that, right?
Yeah, totally. But I've been working, so like I have stuff, and I was like, he likes moons, so I made just like this simple like moon dish. But this is kind of dog shit, right? You got the first thing and you throw it away, so fuck that. So like I kicked it up a notch, and I thought like it's all about relationships. So I wanted to incorporate your big moon and your little moon, and also just whatever comes next. So this is for you.
Pass it down. Can I have that little dish?
If I had it
It's garbage. It's filth. You don't want
I
that.
think about all the little trinkets I
haven't
could keep
put any
in it.
filigree on it or
No,
nothing.
It's fine. It's fine. It'll be a placeholder until you actually make something for me.
I threw it really far.
So,
Yeah.
I'll go
I'm gonna put this in my office at home, but Orem holds the box for like a good 10 or 15 seconds, just turning it over and looking at it, and then just looks up at you, puts his hand on your shoulder. You're a good soul.
Oh,
Thank you.
thanks. Thank you. Would you give this to?
You should give yourself some credit here, Chet. Look at that, how smooth.
That's dog. That's elementary school shit.
Well,
That's
I
crap.
don't.
Anybody with a spoon could do that, and a sharp beveled edge.
I couldn't do that.
No.
Thank you, SCG. You probably have
very
an eye.
smooth.
This is an in-character thing. Whoever's Etsy page he got that
Yeah,
from,
it's actually
it's
really
wonderful
wonderful.
craftsmanship.
I really do want it.
He made it himself.
Oh, that's a good idea. I should send some love.
Yeah, you should. Yes, you should.
Yeah, it's in character. That's
It's in
Yeah,
character.
that's really good. This is great.
They're not used to this part of you.
I can't make any of this. Give me a break. Talented people do that.
Look, it's perfect for keeping ducks in it.
You do need more places to keep those.
I know, look it. It just keeps getting harder and harder.
That's really cool.
Well, is there anything that you all would like me to put into the hole?
Let's see. I don't really have anything.
The porthole. The portable.
The
portal.
The portal.
I mean, think of the things we can put in here, like that statue.
We do
That was so hard.
Yes.
cookies. So
The
we could
statue.
Oh, yeah, we can
Get the
put that in here,
statue
but we
back.
have to wait.
Well, we'll get the statue when we go get the cookies.
That's what we
It's just
And our fine clothes from the ball, maybe?
But
yeah, it's good
all
to have
the
those
stuff.
ready to go.
You got to be careful with breakables though, because it looks like Orem pops his head in and
They'll
out.
move.
All the stuff fell down to the side, so.
Well, we should just
We can
try
wrap
and put it on the
things.
put it on the floor. That's right. Earthquake putty also can do wonders.
We could just start stealing the sheets and pillows from every place we sleep too, and just throwing them in there. That'll probably
Great
buffer
idea.
a lot of that.
God, that's a good
Just
idea.
pat it, make it like a padded hole.
Eventually, it'll just be a giant thing we can jump into, and it'll just be very comfortable for 9 minutes and 30 seconds.
You know, I was thinking about that too. That's for one person. If all 8 of us get in there, or wait, 7 of us, including Dorian, of course,
Oh, yeah.
get in there, that's only like 90 seconds worth of oxygen.
Is that how it
Well,
works?
okay.
One way to find
as I'm
out.
looking
You don't
at this
gotta
more,
count me.
I think it's
Oh, right, you 2 minutes.
we only lose oxygen if the hole is folded up. So if we were hiding somebody in there,
They
we
can
could
just
only do
stay.
it for about 10 minutes. But I think we can, if it's just on the floor and open, we can stay in there just forever.
Indeed.
That's awesome. That would be
I
great.
didn't.
That's great for like camping or
we can even
something. We
sleep,
can just
like,
and then
um,
whoever's on guard can just sort of perch up top and look
Yeah.
around.
We could decorate it, you know, put little like
as long as it's attached to the walls.
yes,
Yeah.
you know,
I'm
get
gonna
little
take it down
silks and chiffon and
Put it on
like
the
you know.
ground. Okay, do you want to take a peek in there? Just to
Yes.
see? Okay.
What are the walls and floor
Yeah, I'm
made
sorry.
of in here? What does it look like?
Honestly,
I love
they,
Yeah,
they feel like a smooth, cold, like a slate or steel. Like
Does
it,
your house to this?
Uh-huh.
Look, we have a hole.
You can get a flat
it kind of
screen
feels
in
that
there.
way.
Caleb's
Yeah.
magnificent tower to
The whole
we have a hole.
A dark hole.
This is exactly why I should have taken that rug.
Oh,
It's fine. We'll find another
That's
one.
right.
Yeah, live and learn.
It's okay. I mean, that was heavy anyway.
Lorna jumps in and she just kind of props the crates up and she kind of arranges the crates to where they could be like their own almost little double as like a little tea table as well.
All right.
Just with what's
Very
there. We can work on it, you know. We'll ideate and get some ideas.
I'm gonna
Decorating
cast my dancing lights and I'm gonna just send them up to the top like little
little
fairy
market
lights,
Little
yeah.
market lights.
We went from Scanlan's mansion to the tower to fantasy preppers.
Yep. That's
Spider hole, 100%.
Can I, as just like a little flavor, can I split up my fairy lights and just like make them a bunch of little teeny ones instead of 3 big normal size balls?
I'll allow it.
There's big buckets of like
Oh.
food that anybody can eat, but it's all like
I was about
cardboard.
to say we should probably get some like non-perishable rations and some water because we are going to
65
honestly, we're
pounds
going
of
to get
instant macaroni and cheese.
But we
Just as
need
the
an
Lord
airship.
intended.
And actually, he did say we needed to get our own supplies for the airship because
let's just get a
that's right. We just need to stop by the store, buy a bunch of supplies.
let's just buy a bunch of food and water off camera and we'll be super
Yeah.
off camera
And maybe
in a montage.
maybe a couple different colored like blankets or tarps
Yeah,
that we could
definitely.
throw over it at night when everyone is sleeping in it. You know what I'm saying?
12
like
foot
a-
by 12 foot.
Yeah, disguise the hole.
We need one. sleeping in a thing that if someone picks up and closes it, we will all slowly suffocate and die.
But that's why we're gonna post guards outside of it.
Some things.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I
happen.
haven't done dumber shit in my life,
He's
but
got
that's
the horn.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna get in the hole.
he's gonna die on his own though, like any night.
So here we go, we have loaded into the battle. We've got our shield maidens with us, but it looks like the enemy siege tower is almost at the walls already. I might try a cheeky little shot at... Knocked quite a few of those men-at-arms down. Didn't really get us any kills, but did a little bit of damage. Saves us having to, do more damage later on in the battle. We are realistically not going to be stopping this siege tower now. It is almost in, and I don't think I really want to be fighting it at the top, really, so I'm going to pull back. Let's set our shield maidens up here. Let's get formed into a shield wall, because these girls just look absolutely fantastic in a shield wall, but it's also a really effective formation. They're going to come up, they're probably going to push into us, but we have got our allied berserkers behind, and whilst they don't have a lot of defensive stats, their damage is insanely high, so I'm hoping...
Like the way your fucking airflow goes into your lungs, then if nobody's there to give you CPR or fucking, you're done.
Yep.
You're done. And you know, like, it's fucked up. But you like those are like those kind of instances. I feel like, hey, that fool joked a lot about tempting death. I was like, death kind of was like, haha, fucking, you got killed by bread, fool. You know what I mean?
You know what's funny is that the ambulance would show up and be like, let's get this bread.
Such a dad joke, but I love it. That shit was funny.
Hey, I've always thought that like some of the craziest sickos out there, like that are into some hardcore shit, are paramedics, dog.
Oh, they see.
I've literally think about the people like three careers: mortician, ER, nurse, or like a doctor or ambulance. I think like these three, like in between that crowd of those three people, the three categories.
What
There's
about
like some
surgery,
crazy
bro? You ever
fucking
seen Dr. Death on Hulu, bro?
Yeah, that is
Oh
yeah.
my God,
I can't
bro.
watch shit like that, bro. When it's open surgery, I cannot. I'll throw up. I literally will throw up.
Bro, I watched the documentary. I watched the scary movie. I watched this other special on that guy. That shit is fucking creepy.
But you don't think that those people? You don't think that there's some sickos in that shit, bro? Like,
oh yeah, there's people that there's probably people that wanted to fuck a dead body that literally went to go get a job
at a
just
mortuary.
to be able to fuck a
Wasn't
dead body.
Dahmer
Like they
like a
think
grave
like that.
digger or something? And that's how he
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
No, or he would keep the bodies to bone them.
yeah. But that's how he had access to that shit, because he fucking was a grave digger.
And then that turned into the craving of wanting to kill a live person.
Yeah, well, I mean,
he made fucking cereal bowls out of
Hey, you know what's fucking crazy? You had to really be some crazy notorious motherfucker to get caught back in the day too, bro. Because you know how like there was no Instagram, there was no no video cameras. Like that's where Bundy left the bar and he talked to this bitch last. You know what I mean? Like there was never nothing like that.
that's
Like bro,
literally what they went off of.
no, if some no for real. That's what they went off of though.
No video.
Yo, that guy
footage.
left. He was wearing a white T-shirt. He owns a white T-shirt. Oh, he's fucked. Like,
That's it.
dude, that's so stupid.
I want every white
But,
T-shirt
yeah.
in the next 10 miles. Where it got sold? Who bought one?
How many white T-shirt
How many
salesmen do we
white-
got in town?
Oh,
We gotta
We're going
fucking
Levi's. All the whole fucking city's
That's
got to
it.
come in, dog.
We're gonna
Half
go
the
door to
city's
door,
gotta come in.
size
Line 'em
34s. Yeah.
That's what it sucked about being a black guy in one city. Yo, there's like one dude. All they just picked.
Back in the day, they're like, yeah,
bro.
it was him.
It was him.
Yeah.
It was him, and they all
So
just picked
fucked.
on you.
So fucked, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like, but now, bro, it's
You
like
always
if you
see
were
those-
if it was a Ted Bundy, now 1 week tops. Like that's how long you're gonna last, bro. Some hipster's gonna go hike in that hill that you threw the dead body at, bro. You think nobody hikes there? Some hipster goes
think
there with
you're
his
wrong.
dog.
I think there's some active serial killers.
I was gonna
There's
say, aren't
always
there-
active serial killers.
Aren't there
dog.
active serial killers right
There
now?
has to be, dog.
How come they don't do what they did back in the day? You remember when
They're
Richard
doing
Ramirez
it.
was loose?
I
The Night
guarantee-
Stalker, bro, they was all over the news.
Dude, my mom was almost a juror on that, but she looked too much like a lot of the victims. So
Oh,
they
is
didn't-
But that's an ego thing. These guys, not that they want to get caught, but when you're sending shit to the cops and be like, decode this or whatever the fuck, what was it? The Black Dahlia did.
yeah, and then the Zodiac
The
killer.
Zodiac, my bad. The Zodiac killer.
That fool never got caught. I think
decoding
he's got to
shit.
be dead by
But
now.
that's
though.
ego shit. That's ego shit. That's them being like, look, I'm smarter than you, motherfucker.
That's like Dexter shit, right?
Yeah, I think these serial killers know not to do that no more. I think when you do that,
Yeah.
you get caught. I really think there's the serial killers like Tinder people. Tinder that go on Tinder, they find out that this girl's
Oh, yeah,
single,
dude, you
lives
hear-
on her own.
you hear
They'll wait
crazy
an extra
stories.
couple days.
Craigslist,
yeah.
dude. Fucking Craigslist killer. Wasn't that a thing like not too long ago?
Oh, come on.
And then there's
active serial
from
killers.
watching so many of those soft white underbelly fucking interviews, there's a lot of people that go missing that are homeless. Like if you go down this road, yeah.
You could fucking pick them off on the street right here.
If you really wanted to go down this road, like literally, you could clean up the whole block one by one, and nobody would ever know. Nobody would be good looking. Like, yo, where was homie that was asking for change yesterday? He's not asking me for change, so nobody's gonna ask those questions.
Ask those questions, bro.
And the irony of it is that it happens all the time, but nobody talks about it. Like I'm pretty sure, like you said, there's active serial killers out there. But I think if you put the amount of like back in the day, there was only like one fool. Like you got a Richard Ramirez, like, hey, this fool's worth putting on TV. But like now, the amount of fucking shit that's going on, they would literally probably have like, and now for the top 15 minutes serial killer countdown.
See, what I think happened is that a lot of people were copycatting when they were making a big deal out of things, and they were making huge news stories. So I feel like they kind of hit the brakes on a lot of the big stories on serial killers because one of the craziest serial killers I've heard of, there hasn't been a movie, there hasn't been a special, there hasn't been anything. I had to find it on YouTube. Someone told me about it. You ever heard of the Toy Box Killer?
Yeah, oh, dog.
Is that the Canada fool?
No. This fool had, like, like a trailer.
Like torture room, right?
Yeah, torture room. He would
See, that's the shit I'm talking about,
crazy
dude.
Shit, dog.
Like
wild.
Like when I see movies like Saw, bro, the only thing when I was thinking the whole theater, when I was thinking, I was like, there has to be somebody out there who's sick-minded like that, bro. That has done this before, and then sure enough, there's like he's one of them, but there's many of them.
It was like a father and a daughter, though. They were both into that shit. They were pretending to be, or not pretending, but they were being coyotes from Mexico, smuggling people into
torture them. He'd have them like what's that thing like the Pat smear or whatever where the girls put up their fucking gynecologist chair. He stick shit in them, bro. It was like you're fucked up. Like there's no it's crazy. It's called this.
Toy Box Killer.
Yep. Dude, that's one of the wild ones. He's completely right.
There's a bunch of things on YouTube about this guy, but there's not like there should be a Netflix special, or they should.
It just be too gross. I don't want to watch it. But you love that horror shit, so I know how you're like.
Do you have that app? Like, do you have that? There's like a certain like I remember when I watched these morbid YouTube like videos. They'll have like, oh, if you're looking for like the horror movies, this is the app that has all the horror movies. Like, there's like certain apps out there. It's like the Netflix.
I don't, but now I'm gonna get it after I leave here. You know what I mean? But
you should watch our homies' scary movie.
Down.
Spare Parts.
Okay.
Jason Rouse, dog. He's the villain. And Jason Rouse, if you know this, he's he's dark. Just like me, I feel like
I was about to say he's not really a creep. He's a very nice guy.
No, I said dark.
Yeah, I know, but
what? Dark? He's dark, dog. You can't even go. You can't even say. But I think if you did stand up, you'd go that dark. I love
darker humor and the more offbeat.
Yeah,
like that's like my favorite kind of humor.
Yeah, you gotta check him out. Jason Rouse, he does a.
Yeah, I think for sure. The comedy dad. I think like for sure, like out of like all the comedian friends that I like, we know and like we're friends with. That would probably be right up your alley. Like you would love his comedy. Like,
hell yeah.
And like there's magazines in Canada that's like the Jester from Hell, like just some of the shit that he just talks about.
And he's funny as fuck. But even when he doesn't care, he's a comic.
Okay.
He's like you'll get down there and I'm like you
that.
said that motherfucker, and he kind of he's like I know you laugh, and he doesn't even give a fuck about them. He knows I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, they're gonna get offended. But the comic friends are like.
Oh, what's his thing? To make sure people leave crying or.
No, he's just like, if I made you cry, then I did a great job.
Yeah, that's his type of fucking stand-up. He's check it out. It's called Spare Parts. You'll like it. I will. It's a crazy movie.
Definitely.
A little scary.
So, Johnny, you're like, we have a homie, George Perez. He's a comedian, but he's also a DJ at a strip club. We have another homie, Sidekick Eddie, who's a DJ at a strip club too, and he lives an even crazier life than George because he parties like way out. He's like a wild animal. Wow. And then when you told me, or when I started seeing that you do the same thing, you're a DJ at a strip club, bro. Like
I am.
And then I'm like, how the fuck do you go from hosting like a weed session, and then like now you're not only just a DJ at a strip club, but you're a DJ at a strip club in Compton.
I'm writing a rap album, man. I had to do some research. You know what I mean? I'm off Figueroa, Club Rio. You know what I'm saying? Check me out.
How did that come about? How long have you been doing that? I never honestly, I never saw, not for nothing, but I never saw you as the type of guy. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna help run a strip club one day.
What happened was my DJ at my events that I've had that you've been a part of. You know DJ Crazy Boy.
Yeah.
He we had a kind of a slump where I wasn't really doing anything, or there weren't really events, and
obviously with COVID and everything.
Yeah, and when things started to open up, it was still kind of slow, and I got 2 kids, I got to pay the bills, and he was like, "Yo, if you want to come get some hours in, come fuck with me. I'm the manager now. I'm not just the DJ."
Damn, he's going on
So
up.
I'm like, okay.
Oh, so you
I
hiring?
went and
You doing
became
that
my
back room?
DJ's DJ at the strip club. Yeah, they're hiring. They're hiring a few.
Yeah?
names,
You hire them?
I don't hire. No.
Oh shit! I was about to
I'm
say.
either DJ or doorman.
I was like-
And to everybody kind of sounds cool to be the DJ at the strip club, but it's actually cool to be the doorman because you can actually look at your phone, and, hear your phone, and just sit and chill on your phone.
Don't they make way more? Like that was the thing, cause I got offered to do
During
the
the
door job.
daytime, I'm the daytime DJ, so I don't really make a lot of money.
See now we get the opportunity to have a different perspective from somebody who works like because George has told us crazy stories.
Oh, George has stories
So-
for days. Go listen to George Press stories. Like it's literally, I lived with him for a year. He's a DJ at strip club just like you at TJ Showgirl. Shout out to them in Staten. Full nude. I don't know. Is yours full nude?
It is.
See, so it's a little crazy. It's wild.
no
yeah.
alcohol.
No alcohol.
Because
He
you
has,
can't have that
yeah.
in California. Yeah.
That was hard for me to believe that when you said my first day there. What happened your first day there, dog?
I mean, my first day, I'm just sitting in the
Wait,
office.
wait up,
and
so sorry to interrupt that. How'd you get hired your first day? Did you have a homie there? Cause that
Yeah,
makes
he
it different
told
when
him, the
you-
DJ homie.
Oh, so you had the homie there?
Yeah, the
I
DJ
didn't
homie.
really
And he
need
was
to
there on the
fill
same
out-
shift?
Yeah, I didn't really need to fill out too much stuff. Just a basic application and social ID and all that. It wasn't really a
social.
Well, that's like if Eddie hired you, bro. Like that's literally what it was. Like I know, like DJ Crazy Boy. Shout out to you. He always played my shit, bro, and he always played
Gang.
like everybody's homie shit.
My boy.
Yeah, like and he was just like, hey fool, like I'm gonna get you in. It's like Eddie, like had offered me that before.
It's a great job at that age. How old were you?
No, this is
How old I
happening
am
now,
right
bro. Yeah, this is
What up?
this
This
is
happened
him now.
now?
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, I've been working there for like 6 months.
Oh, okay, so George and Sidekick are veterans. They've been working
Yeah.
there since they were 18. So usually you grow into it. Like that's why I thought you had been
That's
doing
why I'm
it.
blown away by the whole thing. Because no, I've only been there for 6 months. So I'm sitting in the office. I'm talking. Chicks are walking in butt naked, bending over, looking for their heels, and and Crazy Boy looks at me and he's like, "How do you tell you've been working at a strip club without saying you've been working at a strip club?" And it's just that right there. I had a butthole in my face the first 5 seconds I was sitting in the office. You know what I mean? Like
On purpose. She was like, check this out.
Can you count money while there's buttholes and titties yet?
yeah, oh yeah.
At first, I couldn't.
It gets,
I couldn't.
So there's like this honeymoon phase. The first 2 or 3 days you're working there, where you're at a strip club and you're there all day and you're like gaga over some of the girls, and then literally the third shift, it's worn off, and you don't even really look, and it's not even really something you see. It's just kind of
Don't care no
these
more.
are your coworkers. You've seen it all. You've seen everybody's everything at that point.
Is there cameras?
Oh yeah, the camera.
There has to be, bro.
You can see when they fuck if they do. I don't know if they do at
Yeah,
your
there's
strip club.
cameras on all
George says I've seen some shit go down on the camera.
There's cameras on all the stuff there, yeah. So everything's perfectly legal.
Yeah, of course. That's what I said.
Are you the person that has to tell him like, hey, you can't do that. Stop
I
that.
know how to do that job too. That's the dance host. You got to stop them. I've actually stopped people before, and they've been like, "Johnny Jetpack," and I'm like, "Yep, your time's over, brother." Like, it's actually been a strange moment when I get recognized when I'm stopping someone's time.
He's like, can I get a free joint?
Yeah, it was kind of weird, but yeah, it's just interesting, and it's actually more interesting just the area that I'm in. I'm not used to the Compton area off Figueroa. It's definitely
You
a
just
change
you
of
name
pace
you,
for me.
just you naming two of those things in one sentence, because Figueroa is like
That's every rap
it's a
song.
whole nother like I would say it's almost like a whole nother city, bro, because there's no rules on Figueroa.
Yeah.
Like that's where you see those videos of like all the hookers like literally being out there. The cops will even drive by and like be like, yep, they know what's going on. They don't give a fuck. It's not really worth it for them to stop by. But like almost like a Sonic drive-in in parts of Figueroa where you could pull up to a certain area and then somebody comes up to you and you just point out the person. They come to your car and you just drive off. There's like
And they
videos
always
of
be
it.
sending me for lunch, bro.
Yeah. What?
I always be having to go
So
get lunch.
I gotta ask. Oh, dude, see? Okay, that was the best plug. When I lived with George would be like, "Yo, come bring me lunch."
Yeah,
I knew
see.
they came with the strip with the lap dance.
Okay.
So I never said no. I was
no,
like,
I
all
don't
right,
get a lap
because he paid me
dance.
back with a lap dance.
get
But I
my
gotta
lunch
ask you,
paid for.
what's the how packed is it during the day? Because
Daytime
usually,
shift.
because like now, like once you know someone in a strip club, you only go there. If I'm gonna go to a strip club, I'm not gonna lie, I'm only going to Georgia Siding because I got the plug there. He's gonna tell the girls like, yo, that's the homie.
Typical Xavier.
Which I will do if you come see me.
Yeah,
too.
now I was about to say I'm about to add you to the list,
And
but
what's
like,
cool
what are
is
we?
that
2 stages, 1 stage?
We got 1 stage. We have waves. Sometimes we'll get really packed. Sometimes it'll be really slow. But if you come in, I'll look out for you. You know what I'm saying? I'll let you know what's going on. I'll put the right girls on stage if I'm the DJ. And
Toxicity right there. He'll bring it.
I'm just asking, bro. I mean,
bro,
people might want to
yeah.
go, dude. I'm trying to get.
No, there is Maniacs. Look, there is Maniacs. There is Maniacs
LA.
asking. So what's the club called again?
It's called Rio Gentlemen's Club Figueroa.
There you
we
go.
Do you want to give a special girl shout out that we should go? If you're going over there, ask for someone.
That's asking him to cause a fight, bro. That's asking him to cause a fight, bro. Like
that is asking.
Like that's very
Shout
like.
out to all my girls.
There
over
you
at
go. All right,
Rio
shout out to all
Gentlemen's
you guys.
Like literally, like I imagine like when they come up to you, because if you start showing favoritism to one of them, it stirs the fucking pot, right?
You can't show favoritism, and you can't show distaste either, because they'll gang the fuck up on you.
I mean, how often do you have to stop fights?
Not really often. Like I said, it's pretty.
I heard
chill
these bitches fight, bro.
It's chill in the morning, and I've heard they do too. And I hear the stories from night. When I come in, I hear all the good stories.
That's because they've been drinking all day. They drink all day. I mean, I hate to say it, but a lot of them have issues. A lot of them fucking party hard. Like that's what. Like when I lived with George, I was like, fuck yeah, dude, strippers are gonna come over. I'm gonna date one of these. And she's gonna suck my dick like it's never been sucked before. Bro, they got problems, bro. All of them issues. They don't know how to, dude. Their houses, they'll be driving Audi, and their apartment has no furniture.
Got a mattress on the floor.
Yeah, but no furniture in the apartment.
A mattress
It's
on
like-
the floor.
It's like learn your priorities. Like there's no.
I wouldn't know. People always ask me like, "Oh, so Johnny, which ones are you hooking up with?" And I'm like, I'm not, and I'm surprised that I'm not. But it's kind of weird when you work in that industry. You see them in a different light. You know what I'm saying? You see the girls.
You learn to not.
Not
like
that
'em.
it's something that I'm turned off by, but it's like I said, they're my coworkers for one. I'm not trying to get involved with somebody and then have to see them at work too.
Smart man.
And then you see them go off in the rooms with these other guys, and I already know that if I were to invest any kind of time besides just sexy time, that it would be something for me, because I'm Scorpio, so I'd be jealous. It'd be big for me. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really look too hard as far as that goes, and I'll party with them and I'll smoke.
It'd be
and
weird
stuff
to be
like that,
dating one of them.
Yeah.
Watching them try to get at another fuño, they're like, even
Yeah.
though you're not mad because you're open with it, you're still, it still kind of low key bug you. Yeah, bro, I couldn't handle that.
Yeah,
shit.
bro, I mean,
Some
think of-
girl, my girl getting money thrown at her.
Bro, anybody like if a stripper becomes a baby mama of yours, bro, at some point, you're gonna get over the fact that like, man, I'm just tired of this bitch being on some other dudes and all this shit, because you're gonna eventually get attached, or you're gonna grow, not be attached to her. It's gonna go one way or another, bro. You know what I mean? You're gonna be out there doing your dirt because you're not happy, but something's gonna happen, bro. Like it's somebody there likes somebody with real emotions, and 9 times out of 10, it's the person that's dating the stripper, because these girls are very great actors, as George has said and Eddie has said.
Like unless
There's
you're gonna,
two kinds, there's two kinds though. There's some that are career strippers, right?
Yeah.
Those are the ones you have to watch out for.
What do you mean by that?
Career.
That's
They're there
what
for their ride or dies.
That's what they're doing. They want to be strippers. They want to be the biggest, best stripper, and they're career strippers.
Those are like Ginger in Casino.
You got to watch out for them, because
They're over 30. They're over 30. They're like over 25.
They're there for a purpose. They're
Yeah.
there because they want to make some money to go to school. They want to make some money to get through fucking this. They want some money because they need to put some food on the
Looking
table
for a sugar
now.
daddy. Looking for a sugar
They're
daddy
looking
that'll
for a
get them
sugar
out of the
daddy.
game.
Whatever it may be, they might only be there for a little while, and you can tell which ones are which. And that's also something that I would navigate around if I were to ever start talking to one. I'm like, are you doing this forever? Because this is
right.
Not that I'm against it, but I know how they think and how their mind thinks kind of now by working with them, that it's a hustle, and the hustle is guys, and I'm a guy. So
The homie says he does this. Have you ever cut the string off the tampon?
I have not, but I have heard about where's the scissors at.
So
The
it's a
homie
thing.
does it.
It's
The
a
homie
thing.
It's
Where's
a
the
thing for
scissors?
sure, dog. You thought La Sadiq was lying?
No,
He's like,
I
when
mean,
these
I
bitches
believe
gotta
it
dance,
at
the
House
money
of
don't
Eden.
stop.
It's believable if you tell me it went down in House of Eden, but I didn't know it's like a.
I don't cut the string, but the string gets cut, and I've heard of that. Okay, so the funniest term I've heard of. Okay, this made me laugh my first week. So there's a term for when we find a used cotton. Okay.
A used condom?
What's the term? What's the term? I
You
got
guys
to know.
know the term for a used
No.
condom. So we call it a jellyfish.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Which I thought was the grossest, most perfect name for that.
It is kind of perfect for that.
And so they go, you know, I'm gonna go clean the VIP room. Damn, I caught like 3 fucking jellyfish. Like,
Damn.
That kind of, you know, that's a fun
That's
one.
another
Hey, could you say that like you can't really like stop every single one of these like situations because it's like, man, there's so
Well, I
much
mean-
shit going on, right?
Okay, so a lot of times I think what happens is these guys be wearing condoms before they even sit down or come in because they just know
Less
they're
mess.
Xavier
oh,
move.
You don't want a
they're
nut
gonna
in your
come
pants.
fast,
Yeah, I
exactly.
can understand. You probably don't want
I'm
a
gonna
nut in
get
your
a
pants.
VIP. I got
got
a condom on already, and I'm just gonna get my bag, and it's gonna.
But you
stay
kind of
in.
have to go and have hard because my condom, a condom's not staying. Like you gotta go in there like ready to kind of go, dog.
You gotta bust a wheel and take a blue chew.
Yeah, you gotta. That's the move right there. Because a lot of fools. Yeah, and if you see a fool go walk in there with sweats or with shorts, he's in there for.
He's ready.
He's ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's wild.
Here's another thing: never wear white pants. It's either gonna be a red stain or a brown stain.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's nasty, bro.
That's 100% nasty. Never
Yeah,
wear white
you
pants.
don't want a snail trail or a puppy trail. On
Yeah,
your,
dude, you're
Yeah.
gonna get caught up real quick.
What's like the craziest thing you encountered there? I mean,
Actually,
you haven't
it
been
wasn't
working
even-
there.
It had nothing to do with the strippers or anything like that. It actually was a guy had a samurai sword.
Whoa.
And tried to come back at us and shit. Okay, so
You guys kicked him out?
okay, so this guy shows up early in the morning, right when I get there, and is bumping music, and he's fucking looked like he just came back from a rave, dude, and he's fucking still going, right?
Shit.
What's up, buddy? How you been? Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't know who you are, but okay, we're about to open up. And he's like, oh, I've been here the last 3 days, and I only worked there a couple days a week, so he could have been there the last 3 days. I had no idea. They know me here, you know, blah blah blah. I'm just gonna sit out here and wait for you guys to open. So we open up, and this guy comes in. He's tipping everybody like money, like me. Like I'm at the DJ booth, and I get tipped out by the ladies, but I don't get tipped out by the people that come in. He's like, I'm gonna fill your bucket up like these girls' buckets get filled up, and I'm like, cool, bro. Yeah, what do you want to hear? You know what I mean?
Whatever
Like,
song you want.
Whatever you want, bro. And he's
Barney.
bouncing all over the place and like kind of like stepping on the furniture and kind of being weird. Like he's definitely on drugs, but he's still tipping everybody and he's not causing any harm. So we let him do his thing, you know?
He's tipping, fuck it.
He kept leaving and coming back, leaving and coming back. So finally he leaves and I'm done for the day. I guess he came back. This is the story I heard. There's a story that I saw too, okay? So I heard that he came back and he was there all night, but then he got into it with the manager and tried to like block him in, so he couldn't leave at the end of the night.
There was only one exit?
We have a big gate.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
That's,
yeah.
you know where we're at, so there's a big gate. And he tried to block it so we couldn't get out. Dude pulls out a samurai sword and starts waving it around and doing crazy shit, or tried to bring it in the club, and they're like, no, get the fuck out of here. Well, I come in the next morning and I hear the story and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? That's crazy. Apparently, we're watching the camera and he circled around like during the night 2 or 3 times.
He hasn't even slept, huh?
No, still up, partying, probably bumping music. So I'm on door that day and I'm like, so should I watch out for this guy? And they're like, well, I mean, probably. He's come back like every 2 hours for the last 24 hours. So I'm watching for him and he drives this specific car. Car rolls up I'm like inside, I'm not really watching the door like I should be. I'm kind of like inside talking to the manager. I'm still by the door. And I'm like looking at the cameras and I see this car pull up and it's exactly the car that he drives. So we're like, oh shit, it's him. So we go out front and it's actually somebody delivering food, Uber, right? So we're like, oh fuck, false alarm.
It's safe.
And then we're walking in and motherfucker does pull up, dude. We all fucking run out. We're like, bro, you can't be here. He's fucking like, oh fuck that. Fucking blah blah blah. That dude's an asshole, this and that. Like, no, bro, you gotta leave. So he fucking takes off, jets around the fucking building, comes up the alley, just parks, opens his doors, opens his trunk, bumping his music like he's just gonna hang out in the alley next to our club. So we're kind of just trying to ignore him because he's being fucking stupid. Yeah. Then he pulls out the samurai sword again, looks right at me and goes,
like, how big is the sword?
I'm talking like Kill Bill, bro. Like, fucking like,
fucking
katana,
around,
is that
yeah.
the right word?
Like if it's that sharp, it'll definitely cut a finger or something off.
Oh yeah, bro.
Oh
so
damn.
He's waving it around, then he tries to thunk it in the ground. And we're like, all
He's
right,
Asian?
bro.
Damn, that's fucking crazy, bro.
So we're like, you gotta go. Like either you gotta go because we're telling you to go, or the cops are gonna tell you to go, and we call you, and then he finally left, and he never came back. But that was probably the craziest story that happened to me while I was there. dude had a samurai sword, so kind of
That's pretty
takes the
crazy.
cake.
If you don't have a security guard with a gun on premises, like that's how fools get ballsy, bro.
We do have security there now, though. Like not that we didn't. I mean, I guess they didn't realize, they didn't think that I'm security enough, which I agree.
Damn.
Motherfuckers are pulling out samurai swords. I'm not gonna.
No, I'm taking
gonna fuck with him
Nope.
at all.
How often do the bitches get wasted? I imagine they can't drink.
all
Like
day.
you ever gotta?
Pretty often, it's certain ones when you see them coming in, you know that by the end of the shift they're gonna be kind of
Like one time I went like I want to say like it was like 4 years ago with Eddie. We went like after the Comedy Store, and then what is it? Somebody got to dance, but this bitch fell asleep on the dude. Like you know what I mean? Like just fell asleep, and the dude was like he got up and he like
one chick that doesn't work there anymore. So
the
I can
bouncer
say
went to
whatever
go
about
like,
it.
hey, like wake up, and I had never seen. I was like, yo, this like to be working like that and just knock out. You know what I mean? Like that's some other level
I don't
shit.
blame them, dog. They gotta fucking dance on creepy, nasty fools that smell like shit. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Dude, you gotta drink.
Okay,
drink.
okay, so you know when you
Gotta
want to
drink.
drive real bad when you're drunk and they
Yeah.
tell you can't drive, bro, you can't drive, and you're like, fuck that, give me my fucking keys. Imagine they want to go on the pole, but we're a business and you can't let them go up there and hurt them fucking selves. So you're like, no, and they're like, fuck that, I can fucking dance, and you're like, no, you can't, you're on the no-fly list because you've been drinking too much. And then like half hour goes by, okay, I'm fine now, and then okay, and you let them up, and it's just that's one of the perks of working there.
They're drinking Everclear and shit.
They like Hennessy.
I mean, it's
Compton,
at
dog.
Figueroa
It's
on Compton.
Yeah,
I gotta ask you a question. I'm sure you know what Hong Kong is, right, TJ? Hong Kong, the prostitute whorehouse. There's a prostitute whorehouse in Hong Kong, and TJ called Hong Kong. They sell. They also sell really good Chinese food. Believe it or
He
not.
said you're riding.
But
do they even?
How to get a girl in 3 easy steps. Step 1, throw out your old body wash. Most
Comes in every day when it's free before like 2 it's free.
Free to get in.
It's free to get in before 2. You got to buy 1 drink, but that fool will make his before 2 every day. I'm sitting there and I mean I'm certain that he's definitely
pimping,
trying to get these girls to be on his list. You know what I'm saying? And boyfriends are actually not too bad. They come, they pick them up, they drop them off, they kind of know what's going on. There was one that was kind of this dorky kid that wanted to come in and like watch what his girlfriend was doing, and then like shortly after that broke up with her.
Like obsessive type shit, huh?
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Like he wanted to see what's going on. Like girl works at a strip club, you know what's going on.
For sure, giving hand jobs.
And then if you're going there, bro, like and that's your girlfriend too, man.
At
like
least.
you're like
At
if
least at TJ Showgirls.
if you're already there, bro, like and you feel the need to spy on her, bro, it's because you're like already like you got your emotions already invested to it, and then like you're only gonna go there to get hurt, bro. Nothing
exactly right.
positive's gonna fucking
That's
come
like
out of
looking
that.
through your girl's phone when you think she's doing something wrong.
Don't
like you
do
should
it.
just go with your gut and think that she's doing something wrong, and just assume she's doing something wrong, because reading it is just gonna make you fucking solidify what you were thinking and hurt.
And it's
so
gonna make you
much
go
more.
crazy.
So much more when you read it. You know, like that's the worst. Like I've
Damn.
seen people do that shit, and like just I'm like, don't read it. Don't fucking do it, bro. If you think it's happening, it's happening.
Take the L.
Take the fucking L.
It's still a no. Take the soft L.
Take the soft L.
Yeah.
Realize you're going
Yeah,
out with
'cause-
class and you're not
yeah.
going out like a psycho
Like,
looking through her
yeah.
phone.
Because the
and
second
then,
you click on that dude's messages, it's not gonna be like.
because then you're gonna hit her
no.
with questions that are specific to what you found in her phone. And
It's not gonna be like, what's the notes for chapter 8?
Yeah. And it's definitely not gonna be like, hey, I love my boyfriend.
Yeah,
No. Definitely not.
They're not gonna be talking about what is it, your relationship and how much she's in love with you.
No,
He's
and
just
yeah, I'm
listening.
about to say, and if they
I
are,
looked once. I looked once and lost my mind over a kissy face emoji with the little heart.
Damn.
Another dude. I mean, you shouldn't be doing that, right? Like
definitely
that's,
not.
That's after that, then it was on. And then I was drinking, and then you get real crazy, you know. But I did it once, and I lost my shit over one little kissy face.
Don't look at it.
And well, see,
Don't
that's the
look at
best advice. It's like, hey, man, just either like leave or just go. You know what I mean?
Assume it already happened and deal with it that way, and
That
don't.
shit sucks looking.
Because guess what? I thought about that kissy face emoji so fucking much, bro.
Like for how long?
That was my wife.
You know what's the worst too?
Damn.
You know what's the worst too? Imagine it's a long thread and you have time.
Oh, exactly.
dog,
Daggers.
You'll
You're like,
you'll be like,
daggers.
wait up, how long have they been talking
Daggers,
for?
bro.
Yeah,
Daggers.
bro. If you got time, bro, and you're
Yeah.
that fucking dumb motherfucker, be like, yo, let me really see what's up. Next thing you know, there's a nude in there.
Oh, then you're seeing
Bang,
someone
bang.
else's
That's how
dick.
people get shot,
Then you're
dog.
seeing better nudes from your girl than you've seen, or
Oh,
even
imagine she's
wearing
sending-
shit that you bought her and shit.
She's been asking for an asshole pic. She's never sent you one. She sends
Oh.
that fucker one. Oh,
She's
dog.
spread out with a fucking.
You've been asking for an asshole.
No, sometimes you gotta ask. They don't-
Sometimes, bro.
You don't just
See
get
how
them
down of a
sometimes.
bitch she is.
That is wild. I mean, it's, like I said, if you're dating a stripper, man, you're gonna just stay away from the phone.
Yeah.
Just ask for expensive things, and fucking bury that void with that.
You try to be a sugar, have her be a sugar mama. That'd be the fucking win right there. If you looked at it like that, and like, yo, she's up there making me money, like that'd be dope. That'd be fucking sick. They make bank. Bro.
Yeah.
Good ones.
Xavier would just be happy with just getting like new clothes all the time.
Yeah, bro.
Getting like I can see you just being happy that way. You're like, oh well, you know, I don't care what she did.
Dude, if I didn't live with George, I would so right now be down to date a stripper. Once you live with George and then they tell you why they don't, because to me I was like, why don't you like your job? Like, how cool is it? He's like, bro, it's literally being a principal at a high school with crazy drunk chicks all the time. There's drama all the time. They all have drug problems. There's a reason they're on the pole. And anything, you might be like, they're on the pole for a year to save money. They don't know how to save money. Like, it's always like.
And that's the part that I really don't like either, is that when you see the new ones that start, they're super nice, they're super friendly to you. They're like, oh, hey, yeah,
No,
this and
they're-
that.
it's the worst. They're gone.
3 shifts
Yeah.
later, they're fucking drinking with the rest of them. They're all cooted up. They're all whatever. And they're just like, Johnny, should I fucking do this for this amount of money? And you're like,
Exactly.
no!
That's how it starts. If you're on the pole, you're eventually will fuck a dude for money. Because it starts with being on the pole. It's just a matter of how much. And then when they find
ask
out that
me.
you haven't fucked anyone, they'll pay even more. My homie's like, oh, they
You'll
find
get
out.
you'll get some maniac.
You'll get some maniac.
You'll get Will walking in there. He's like,
Yeah,
whoa,
you
what
wanna be
if
the
I
fir-
pay you
wanna
this
be the
much?
first? You want to be the first regular that hit it. That's the thing, being the first regular that hit it. When you're a regular, be like, I was the first
That's
one.
the only club that you can get at that point. you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
Yeah, after
It's a
that,
flex.
is that career's done. You know what I mean? Like
It's done now. Now it's just the price just went down. It's like buying a car, and the second it's out the dealership, the first the second it's like a porno. Your second porno doesn't get paid as well as your first one. You
my
just lost
goodness.
half value. You just lost half value the second you do it.
Man.
It's like a car. You devalue so
You know,
hard.
I don't understand that part either. Like, how do you like not
like
save
Bitcoin right
money?
now.
You know what I mean? Like,
When you get paid in cash, it's hard.
hard, dog.
Especially when you hang out with a bunch of partiers.
Because they like to
And you're
party.
in
And
the
they like to
element of
flex. They all gotta
partying.
flex.
You're in the element of partying. You're in the element of getting faded and partying because you're at a club. It's loud music and lights all fucking day and night. And
that is kind of true.
They all
though.
wear Louis. I gotta have Louis now.
Yeah.
If not, then I'm not a bad bitch.
Yep. Driving the sick ass whip to
Driving the
work.
sick ass whip. No fucking furniture in your house. Shit, that's how that shit runs, dog.
You get addicted to the money, huh?
Yeah, and then they have kids. And then the kid is
That's the-
flossed out. The kid is flossed out. Yo, I gotta give it up to these girls. These girls take care of the kids. At least when they do. When
Not
seen
all
some
of them,
I've
dog.
seen some kids with Jordans that are worth way more than the ones
Oh,
I'd ever
balled out.
buy.
I've seen, yeah.
Balled
balled
out.
out.
They take care of them because they.
Oh, you see some of these kids come in?
Yeah, bro.
No, I see
On their
what they're
Instagram,
buying their kids.
on their IG.
And, yeah, and like, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some
pictures.
IGs ball out on their kids. Like, they're making it up. I'm a stripper, but you got it. Like they might be talking and shit. Your mom's a stripper, but you can be like, but I got the Yeezys.
Yep. Well, they're trying to get it in before the kid is even old enough to realize what's going on and then stop.
That's just very traumatic, though. Like, you know what I mean? If the girl doesn't stop and the kids eventually figure out, like, damn.
But you don't think the kid's gonna feel the fucking hurt from going from Yeezys to no Yeezys? He might even be like, Mom, go back to stripping.
Oh,
Everybody's noticing that I ain't got the Yeezys no more. Mom, everyone's asking why we're poor now. Like, we used to be ballers.
They only floss those
They still have that hustler mentality. They still have a hustler mentality, and whatever they decide to do, like, literally, those girls are some of the most hustler chicks that I've met.
Yeah,
bro,
like I said,
all of them have side hustles. This one girl makes outfits for all the other girls.
Yeah.
Like, she's got a company on Instagram and stuff, and she makes these stringy things that are barely there, but
no, they hustle.
Chicks are all buying them off her. All the chicks are wearing them.
Yeah, their budget on that shit has to be like they have to have a budget for all those outfits, bro. Because you don't think that fools that show up there regularly, they're gonna know. They're gonna be like, hey, you wore that shit last week.
No, they change. No, you don't even. Some of them, the super baller hype ones, they change every time they go on the pole.
Yep. New heels.
Every time they go on the pole, it's a new outfit, dog. It's like going on to them. It's like going on stage. Like I had to have a new outfit because I need to look different.
And all that lingerie shit.
And that's showing how much baller and more money they make than the other one. So
most of the girls change at least once while I'm there on an 8-hour shift.
It's got nut on it. Come on, you gotta change it up.
But and all those girls, man. I mean, like, you know, like that's just expensive too, man. That lingerie shit, that's just not cheap.
No joke.
Yeah, I mean, you could buy the cheap shit,
come in with the
but those
boxes.
bitches don't buy cheap shit.
With the expensive ass heels, dude, with these boxes, like, cause sometimes I'm the doorman, so I gotta search everything. But they come in with these boxes, these heels that are just like this big, and I'm like, what are these? Shoes. They look expensive as fuck, and they come all the way up to here. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot of leather.
They're like
Shoes are up down to here.
They're like superhero boots.
No, they're hustlers. Like Ezone, you're a hustler. Real big hustler. Like you're on your fucking swap meet game, your eBay game, your Shopify. But I know if you were a female and you're on your period, you wouldn't get on the pole. Exactly. That's a hustler, dog. That's a hustler. That's a bitch that don't give a fuck. She's there for her money, dog.
No, bro. They all do it.
First of all, I've never considered myself in a position to be a woman.
You'd be like, yo, dog, I can't go up there, dog. I'm not going up there. I'm a hustler. I sell shit on eBay. I sell candles, but I'm not going up there on my period.
Today when they were trying to clear 3-day vacation for menstrual cramps.
Yeah, for real, dog. The comparison. What did you say? Somebody was trying to what?
They're trying to pass a law where you can get 3 days menstrual cramp leave from work in some state. I just read it today on the internet. Like, I want to say,
damn, menstrual like leave.
Yeah. I don't blame them, dog. I've seen some bitches complain about their period. I'm like, how'd you go to school?
Yeah, they start fucking crying, and that shit gets bad.
Like, how you do it? How you studying? Like, how you concentrating on tomorrow's test when you? I don't know if it's that bad. I mean, I hope they're not
try to
exaggerating.
imagine me having to go. You ever seen the video on YouTube where the guys
go
through it?
No.
Yeah, there's no way.
If that's real, I'm not saying it's not. I hope they're not exaggerating. But if that's real, I don't understand how they're studying for a test.
Oh, how they don't take drugs the whole time?
Yeah,
warriors, bro.
Yeah, so shout out to them. Fuck, however they do it, cause
you know what was another thing that I was like, is they had what is it that it was kind of like weird, but like kind of dope. You seen that? I think it's like in Europe they fucking passed it like. If you call somebody bald, like a bald man, it's considered sexual harassment, bro.
Oh,
yeah, dog.
Alopecia coming in
a
hard,
win for alopecia, dog.
Damn, bro.
I've seen that.
Because
all wins for you this month, dog.
Because it's like a form of discrimination against
sexual harassment.
Yeah.
Sexual harassment. I read that. I was gonna bring it up. Good thing you did bring it up.
Because guys go through it, and like it'd be like making fun of a.
Is that like telling a bitch you got small tits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that.
You make them feel like inferior because of their appearance.
Small tits, like, yo, I tell the homie.
Dude, if you say that shit to a Karen, bro.
Yeah, those bitches don't care. They don't give a fuck. Be like, get out of here, you fucking
bald ass motherfucker.
What's the thing? Receiving hairline having motherfucker. Yeah, dog, get out of here.
They will.
If you say some shit like, oh, you got small tits to a fucking Karen, she can fucking hit you with a lawsuit.
You're over, dog.
Yeah. Like, and it's because nobody really knows like that those are serious charges. Like
Bill Dotrie's loving life right now. He's bald too.
Yeah, he's like alopecia gang.
Alopecia gang.
I think it's in Europe though, but I mean, eventually, come on, it's like all these.
You guys have to push for it. You guys as ball fools, you have to start a petition.
We need
a protest.
We need Michael Jordan, Vin Diesel. We need all the fucking
I'm signing.
Steve Jobs back from the grave.
You know how often Ezone gets sexually harassed by being called bald? It's a problem in this fucking studio.
Yo, I got people trying to pull my hat off all the time. And
Gotta have B in that shit too.
Gotta have B in there. Yeah, B's bald.
B shaves his head. Yup.
George gets sexually harassed every day. Side dick Eddie. I might just go bald to join the crew.
No, what is it? So nobody could ever tell George.
Dick, pórtese
no,
bien.
nobody could ever say, "Don't sweat it, ball hit it."
That's sexual harassment right
Sexual
there.
harassment, George.
Sexual harassment. You can't even do your joke now, George.
Yeah, canceled, bro.
Canceled.
Yeah, that is true. Like when he says that, "Don't sweat it, ball hit it." Sexual harassment charge right there, dog.
Wow. I want every bitch that tweeted a guy saying you're bald, I don't want you. I want them canceled on Twitter right now.
UK is probably gonna start happening. It's probably gonna be like bald fools out there. Imagine Jason Rouse. I remember this bitch when I was in fucking Europe.
Get her.
Yeah.
Get her. Subpoena that bitch.
The statute of limitation. Hey, you know
Yeah,
what though?
The statute of limitations on calling me bald and me getting some.
I don't know. I think some places though, I think it's like Connecticut has like 42 years.
You gotta push it, Ezone.
Like the statute of limitations. Like some places have some bizarre statute of limitations.
This is your fight, Ezone.
Okay, so is it
Not just-
statue or statute?
Stature. I don't know what is it? Statue or stature?
Statue.
Yo, that chick is staring at me this whole time, bro. What's up, baby?
Hey, fool. That's my girl. Leave her alone.
Oh, sorry.
Don't look at her.
Yeah, Xavier drilled the fucking hole in her crotch area.
Your girl's staring at me, bro.
Somebody said cabeza de rodilla.
Oh shit. I've
It's
never
like
heard
no,
that
but
one.
no, but it's like so like what is it? Like Joe Rogan kind of looks like a thumb.
Joe Rogan.
Oh, he does look like a little.
Like some bald fools have a different like shape. Like some fools look like cone heads.
Dog, like stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Dog.
Nah, but for real though, man. Like some fools have Tommy Pickle heads. Like the bald look is not for everybody. You know what I mean? You gotta have like a bowling ball atmosphere where it's like all smooth all around.
Or the one that has
Yeah, I got a weird mole right here, and so I've always been scared to take it all the way down.
What about?
Well, I mean,
the
a
one
mole's not that big. It's not like a crater.
The craters, the fools. Have you seen the fools that bald fools that have the craters?
Yeah,
That's what I'm
wild.
talking about.
It's in,
Tommy
like-
Pickles head, bro. Like, I gotta.
Like, what happened? I got hit in the bat.
Yeah, look at Tommy Pickles' head in that painting, bro. His hair's not like all proportionate.
Yeah, he got dropped by Stu Pickles at one point or something, bro.
Trying to try out a new toy and shit.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I think it's time we get into the super chats. I know that there's been some coming in. We'll do it then. What is it? There's been some coming in. If you could go ahead and get them up there. Well, while Ray gets them up there, fuck it. Let's get into the sponsors that made the show possible. Right off the bat, big salute to CBD Lion. For everybody who's looking for your CBD needs, everybody who is looking for a CBD dosage, for your pets, some tinctures, some lotions, some soaps, some bath bombs, some shatters, and all that stuff. They got everything, and including some of the Delta 9s and all the other cannabis isolates. So make sure you guys check them out at CBD Lion and use special code word WDSTS. Save yourself some money at the checkout as a thank you from us to you for being a listener/viewer. Make sure you guys check them out. Appreciate you guys so much for sponsoring the show. And always make sure for all your mushroom needs, you guys always check out California Magic Farms. The code is still active there. Make sure you guys check. It gets you a discount. Anything from a grow kit to like full-on spores, you can get it in that website, CaliMagicFarms.com. Somebody did ask what happened to Ziggy. That is crazy though. I do want. They just kept getting deleted. You know what I mean? You remember Ziggy,
Yeah.
Ray?
I
It was like
remember Ziggy.
what'd you say? Like amateur porn, or
Yeah.
Because there was
Very
never
soft.
Yeah, like very soft.
Soft.
It was like kind of like classy Playboy type porn, right?
Yeah, they were clothed, but you can see their nips and all that.
Yeah, like it would leave a lot to the imagination. But I don't know what happened to Ziggy, but I remember they
Sometimes
sponsored the
the
show.
girls in those places are even badder than any of the ones that'll take their clothes off.
Yeah, because it leads more to the mind, and you're just like, oh man.
Yes.
Yeah. And
you
then
ever
that
been to a
fucks you
burlesque?
up because in the mind
You
fucking.
ever been to a burlesque show or anything like that?
I've never been to any of that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes they only just have pasties, like that's as naked as they get, but it's just hot girls doing awesome little performances and little like
That's that can shit, right?
all kinds of
Fucking
all
kick the
kinds of
legs
different
up and
stuff.
shit. Yeah.
That
man.
and just performance art, but
Do very provocative fucking.
very provocative and very naked.
Like it's very like it's very like they tease a motherfucker a lot, you know. But it's like, I guess back in the day, like, you know, like you couldn't just be openly just be like, hey, I'm gonna be a slut and that's it. You know what I mean?
Well, it's very powerful. These burlesque dancers are very. I don't know. It's not like as slutty as you would think.
Yeah.
Whereas like.
There's
gang-
taste to it.
Yeah, it's tasteful.
There's
and
class.
They own that shit and they command the crowd and they
Yeah.
command.
It was a different time, Xavier. You wouldn't have lasted.
I perform Harvell's. Harvell's in Long Beach. Okay. They do burlesque.
Awesome stuff.
Oh yeah,
Fat
that's a burlesque little joint there.
Fat chicks.
Check it out.
Well, I mean,
Got chicks that want to strip that can't.
It's not always the case.
Bro, I go to all kinds of shows though, bro. Like I'll go to a drag brunch, bro. Like you ever been to a drag brunch? No. Oh man, it's
Drag
fucking
queens.
lit, bro. Yeah.
My little brother goes to that shit.
He's on Zen.
Yeah, like this will be watching that RuPaul shit or whatever like that.
I
That
love it,
fucking
bro.
show, and I
It's
don't.
fucking hilarious, bro, and fun and just it's a good date too. Take a chick to a drag show.
What is it, like Rocky Horror Picture Show?
I've been to plenty of those too, but yeah, I go to them at Halloween time, so it's usually a lot of different like.
Like I can blend in.
and- yeah, right.
Put a wig on
you
and
know
blend
Ozzy
in.
Blood, right? The guy that swallows swords and
Yeah.
yeah. So he was performing at one that I went to.
Oh,
once, too.
yeah, dude, at the sessions, bro. When when there was this one fool who would show up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, bro. This fool literally.
Dope, dog, to watch him do
He
that.
looks like he could be a character out of Resident Evil, but this fool like dead ass was like get a sword and like swallow it, bro. Like no problem. He'll fucking
Does push-ups with a sword in him.
he'll fucking hook himself up to the fucking top of the ceiling and like literally hang himself.
Oh, that
Thi-
crazy.
This fool's into
Puts
some
one
crazy
hook
shit.
In his nose and it comes out his mouth, and he puts one hook in his mouth and it comes out his nose, and he'll hang stuff like